So moving on from that match, we headed on to a very strange match. Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, with your special ref, Sarah Logan. You know what? I'm just gonna combob you. I'm just gonna jump this, put this all together. Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan, with Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. Right? This is all gonna be put together. These 5 women are going to be competing in the Elimination Chamber match to crown a challenger to Becky Lynch's title. AKA, these 5 women are going to be dismantled by Shayna Baszler so Shayna Baszler could fight Becky Lynch. There's truly no point for this chamber match to occur on Sunday for these 6 women. Money is on Shayna Baszler to win. The storyline being pushed is Shayna Baszler to win. It would make 0 sense whatsoever for Shayna Baszler to lose and for Becky Lynch to challenge somebody else as opposed to Shayna Baszler. At this point, I say that because Shayna has already attacked Becky from behind, has bitten the back of her neck, causing her to bleed, which we've completely ignored since that happened. Think about that. Becky Lynch was bit on the back of the neck. A big chunk was removed from the back of her neck. She bled all over the ring, got rushed to the hospital, came back and said, "I'm gonna get you, Shayna Baszler." And we never addressed the fact that she was bit in the back of the neck again. Sure, we saw a highlight video, but since then, we've never seen a bandage, we've never seen Becky fucking holding her back or anything, or even addressing it. It's just like, man, it's done. We've seen Becky attack Shayna Baszler. So, look, no point for this chamber match. No point whatsoever. I'm sorry, women. You girls are going to go out there. I'm sure you're going to put on a hell of a performance. I do not doubt that. I do not doubt that everyone is going to give a hell of a performance. But the reality is, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, look, former members of the Riott Squad, all now attacking one another. Cool. What happened to Liv Morgan being a lesbian and being in love with Lana? She came out, told Lana she loved her, and now we haven't seen Lana since maybe I think last week or the week before. And we're not even going to address that. We're not even going to have Liv Morgan talk about the fact that she's in love with Lana. We're not even going to have Liv Morgan address the fact that maybe she's a lesbian or whatever it was that she came out and said. We've just completely dropped that idea, and now we've moved on to Ruby Riott attacking her and being pissed off at her. They wrestled a match. It was 4 minutes long, right? Back and forth. Liv Morgan got the better of her. Ruby Riott fought back. Ruby Riott got in the face of Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan didn't appreciate it. Liv Morgan rolls her up. Sarah Logan counts 1, 2, 3 as fast as possible. Old school Shane McMahon way of counting 1, 2, 3 back from the Attitude Era. Liv Morgan is successful and victorious, which then leads after the match. Riott gets in the face of Logan, who then shoves her to the mat. Morgan then addresses, gets confrontational with Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan also attacks Liv Morgan, making her the last woman standing, building Sarah Logan maybe as a potential victor against a potential victor in the chamber match. Not gonna happen. Shayna Baszler took on Kairi Sane, which should have been a hellacious competitive match. And it was. This was probably the second longest match on the card. It went 12 minutes long. They battled it out. Asuka was supposed to be originally in the match, but she had to pull out due to a wrist injury, and maybe she might even be pulling out of that chamber match. Asuka might have her replaced with Kairi Sane, depending on the situation. If the wrist injury is not as serious as it is presumed to be. So we'll see leading up to the chamber if there is a change in the match. I wouldn't be surprised if Kairi Sane does get added to the match in place of Asuka due to the fact that she is hurt. And the reality is, like, it wouldn't really do any damage because, like I said, we're expecting Shayna Baszler to be victorious in this match. All accounts and purposes and everything is pointing to Shayna Becky. Becky, that is your money match. That's the match the fans want to see. To be honest, the fans don't want to see Becky Lynch, Kairi Sane, Becky Lynch, Asuka. We've seen that over the last couple of months. They don't want to see Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Ruby Riott, Becky Lynch, Sarah Logan, Becky Lynch. They don't want to see that right now, right? Potentially in the future, that is a possibility, but for what you have been promoting and pushing. We want to see Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch finally get it on. So, Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane, they have a hell of a competitive matchup. They've also had a history in NXT, for those of you who remembered. Shayna Baszler has gotten the best of Kairi Sane the majority of the time. Only one time Kairi Sane was successfully victorious and defeating Shayna Baszler. But at the end of the day, Baszler ended up taking that title back from Kairi Sane. So, long story short, Shayna has been more victorious. So, they battle it out. Kairi Sane slaps Baszler in the face. Baszler gets pissed off. Kairi Sane gets a little bit of offense until Shayna Baszler has had enough. Hits her with a spine buster. She stomps on her ankle. She starts beating her down. She looks at Asuka. She makes Asuka know that this should have been you. But instead, I'm going to take it out on Kairi Sane. She twists the ankle. She's working the ankle, which is nice to see. You know what? That's what I appreciate of Shayna Baszler. Is she knows how to work an opponent's body part over. She knows how to put in the effort and how to beat you down. And how to make sure that the audience is aware that, like, hey, she's working on the leg, so the leg is probably going to be causing her some problems. Kairi Sane sells the leg. Becky Lynch makes her entrance. She comes out wearing this yellow, almost fur-like jacket and sunglasses, which didn't make any sense to me character-wise for Becky Lynch. Becky is supposed to be the face of the company, and here she's coming out looking like a total goof, a total heel. Didn't really make any sense. She got on the commentary booth. She talked for a bit. She put on Jerry Lawler's crown, saying that she's the queen of the division. Very strange. I don't know what's going on here. Look, Shayna's the heel. There's no way to turn Shayna face. Fans are not. Becky's your face, but if you're gonna have Becky coming out like now she's a millionaire and she's looking gangster, it's not gonna work. The Becky Lynch we know is the Becky Lynch who's got attitude. She's got like the Stone Cold Steve Austin like attitude. She comes out, takes no prisoners, and it's gonna beat your ass if you get in her face. That's the Becky Lynch we remember. Not the Becky Lynch that comes out, she's got the title up in her hand and she's acting all cocky. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand what the direction and what the idea is. I assume they wanted to switch things up, have Becky come out looking all casual and just cut it, and then maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's nothing, but maybe it does lead to Becky turning heel in the future, and this is going to be her character, right? Because we like Becky. Becky is your Kill Bill / Stone Cold Steve Austin character, right? And that's what makes her popular with the fans. Is she's relatable. She references pop culture and her attire, and we like that. And she's got that attitude, and you know she works her butt off each and every single night that she's in that ring. So Kairi Sane eventually taps out to the Kirifuda clutch. Shayna Baszler gets a submission victory. After the match, Baszler reapplies a submission hold, while Lynch stands on the broadcast table yelling that she didn't have her wrestling boots on, but otherwise she would fight Baszler. What? Becky, I've seen you come out in heels. I've seen you come out in almost whatever and get in the ring. You were never afraid. What is going on? Goes back to my point. Is Becky Lynch turning heel? Are we turning Shayna Baszler face? Hell, we had two heels compete against one another. Unless we forgot, Kairi Sane is a heel. Becky Lynch is a heel. Shayna Baszler's a heel. Are we turning Shayna Baszler face?